fire burning on. Thank you so much for joining us on this Saturday morning. It's August 12th. I'm Katrina Smith. Red sky and morning. Sailors take warning. We got notice of a couple of events that are canceled today due to the potential inclement weather. Meteorologist Eric Gage is in the Weather Center tracking when and where that weather could strike today. So small round of showers already moved through, but we're going to see more today.
Yeah, and the potential for severe weather is there for today, and I wanted to emphasize this with at least clear language, not strong language. I want to talk about the
worry
risks.
anyone too much, but there is a risk.
Yeah, because the big thing is I don't want to scare anyone. I don't want to, because obviously what happened on Monday was historic, and we mentioned severe weather again. People are thinking tornadoes and stuff, and so I just want to clarify what's going to be going on for today. So first off, let's take a look at the radar right now. A brief shower moved through northern Oneida County and central Herkimer County just earlier on. Things are going to be spotty for the next few hours. See a couple of very small showers in the radar just south of Rochester and to the west or to the east of Buffalo. But beyond that, there is a cold front set to arrive, and the potential for severe weather is there for the day, producing some gusty winds as well as some rotating storms that are possible. But again, no need to be alarmed. Just remain weather aware this afternoon. Keep your phone handy in case storms do, in fact, become severe. And on top of that, too, if things get pretty busy, if we're not cutting into broadcasting, go to our Facebook page, WKTV Weather. We'll be live on there this evening if things do become active. So, again, today, just some scattered showers and storms. A couple could be on the stronger side. With highs approaching the mid to upper 70s. I'll go into more detail on the impacts, the timing, as well as what you can expect for today as well as tomorrow coming up. Back to you, Katrina.
Thank you so much, Eric. An 18-year-old from Utica.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired.
Good morning and happy Saturday. We're keeping our eyes to the sky today as there potential is for some severe weather to move into central New York. The timing of this looks to be roughly between 2 and 6 p.m. So first off, let's take a look at the risks. The enhanced area of severe weather risk, the brown, level 3 out of 5, has slowly been raised to include a portion of southern Oneida County as of the past 5 minutes or so. Overall, the risks for today are going to evolve depending on how these storms develop. There's two ways. One, these storms are more linear. They form into a line and move across New York State. If they do that, the main risks will be gusty, possibly damaging winds, as well as localized flooding, as we've seen plenty of rain so far, at least some of us have, over the past several weeks. If these storms become more discrete, they are not forming into a line, they're just single-celled, they have the potential to produce some hail and a non-zero chance for a tornado. I want to emphasize that even though there is a risk for tornadoes, the risk is low. And even though we did see some on Monday, even though we have days like today where the risk is roughly 2 to 5% chance of a tornado, it's very unlikely that do happen. So even though there is a chance for it, I don't want you guys to be alarmed, just that there is a risk for rotating storms. So again, level 3 out of 5, enhanced risk, a few strong storms, and there could be some reports of wind damage today too as well. We'll keep you updated if anything does change throughout the day, as cloud cover will be a major factor in the development of these showers and storms. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 dot for the radar. Still relatively dry. A brief round of rain moved through northern Oneida County and central Herkimer County earlier on this morning. But for most of us, things are still trending dry for now. A few spotty showers ahead of that cold front will be arriving within the next few hours or so. And after today, though, a few spotty showers in the morning on Sunday, trending more dry with plenty of sunshine expected by the afternoon and evening. So although we do have active weather today, things do quiet down for Sunday. So radar and satellite shows a warm front to the just moving over our area, a trailing cold front that could bring in some severe weather to our area. And for the time being, I want to explain a little bit on exactly why today might be different. So you have moisture near the surface. It starts to rise as the heating near the surface continues, as temperatures continue to rise as well. And the problem with today is there is enough winds wind direction change up in the atmosphere, you notice that as the air starts to rise, it'll start to circulate, and that's when you get storms that could rotate and could drop a tornado or producing some hail as well. So that's the story for today. You notice the timing of this right now, still looking mostly dry until around 2 to 3 p.m. Then the line will start to move through, and this is one simulation of this right here, where the storms could be linear, but they could be discrete, and those are what we're going to be monitoring for this afternoon, this evening. After that, though, as you head into tonight, severe weather risk is over and done with, and things do quiet down. So again today, high of 77 degrees, scattered showers and storms tonight. Lingering drizzle, but clouds do start to clear out. In our 7-day forecast, some lingering drizzle for your Sunday morning, dry for Monday, return some rain showers heading into Tuesday evening, and just mild conditions for the near future. And our trivia question, what is the Earth's longest mountain range?
I'm just going to take a stab in the dark. I'm going to say the Andes, and it's only because Patagonia is on my bucket list of places to travel, and it's kind of on the Chilean side of the Andes, and it seems like South America is a very long, vast area.
Let me think.
Am I right? Come on.
See, because I
stumped the stumper.
So it's the mid-ocean ridge, but I didn't emphasize if it's above water or underwater. The mid-ocean ridge is the longest continuous mountain range on the Earth, but above water, it is the Andes.
You're stretching to help me, you know, because I was so passionate about it. So
You're so passionate, like, I know this.
Right.
I know Patagonia, I know it. So should you get the right answer?
Do I get it or not?
I don't know.
I don't know. You guys can decide.
Yeah, you guys can figure it out.
Send him a message. Thank you, Eric. Well, with more rain on the way today, welcome back and thank you for joining us for another half hour of News Channel 2 Weekend. Today, it's Saturday, August 12th. I'm Katrina Smith. It is an alert day. We had a nice, crisp, cool morning with a beautiful sunrise, but things will soon change. We're going to see some rainfall today.
Yeah, I drove in beautiful sunrise, I could say that for sure. And one of the risks we're dealing with today, on top of some possible gusty winds and severe storms, some excessive rainfall. Some of us, especially up in Old Forge, almost 9 inches of rain since at least the past 14 days. That is possibly going to be a record set within this coming month once it's all said and done. We've had lots of rain, especially in the areas in yellow and especially in the areas in orange. So just keep an eye on the possibility of flooding in poor drainage areas for today, because additional rainfall is expected to produce 1 inch to possibly 2 inches maximum for today. And again, we were talking about scattered showers and storms for this afternoon. Things quiet down tonight, but on top of that, we'll be talking about more and so with the risks involved with some of these showers and storms today, as well as the timing of that coming up. Back to you, Katrina.
Thank you so much, Eric. The destruction in
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired.
Good morning and welcome back. This Saturday is on the active side in terms of weather, and I'm going to explain the risks, the timing, and what you can expect for today. So things are quiet starting out right now, but our attention turns to roughly between 2 and 6 p.m. when a cold front that has plenty of shear or change in wind direction with altitude will move into our area, and that produces development for stronger storms as well as rotating storms. Now, these are the risks right here on your screen and the levels associated with them. So areas in Utica and South, level 3 out of 5 risk for severe weather. A typical high-end risk for our area. We usually barely get into moderate or high. So our risks primarily going to be gusty winds, and the development of these storms plays a huge role. There's 2 ways these storms develop. If it will be widespread line of storms moving from north to south, that will produce gusty winds as well as the possibility of localized flooding. But there's a potential for some of these storms to move out ahead of that line and begin to rotate. And that's when you're going to be talking about the possibility of hail being a risk as well as a non-zero chance for a tornado. So I know our language is on the strong side today, but the risk is there, and although things will be very unlikely to shape up like they did on Monday, the potential, again, is still there. So we'll just make sure you're weather aware for today. Have the latest information with your phone alerts. Our WKTV weather app will give you alerts of lightning as well as any warnings that do come out for your area. And again, level 3 out of 5 risk is in store for us for today. So a live look at the radar right now, things are pretty quiet, just a spotty shower or two heading in from the west, but things will start to get more active again as we approach the late morning to early afternoon. But beyond this, though, things do quiet down as we head into Sunday. Some lingering spotty showers with sunshine moving in by the evening. So, now explaining why the risks are in place for us today. We have this warm front coming in from the south and this trailing cold front approaching from the west. Now, the way storms develop is you have moist air near the surface and the air will start to rise. And as it rises, the air cannot hold as much moisture and it will fall as rain. The issue for today is that the winds as they go up are rotating. So as the air starts to rise, it'll start to rotate and rotate around these this little updraft you can see right here, and that can produce storms that again have the potential to rotate, and that's our primary concern for today. So again, things are quiet for now, but roughly between 2 and 6 p.m. these lines of showers and storms move through. This is not going to be a long-lasting event unless one of these storms do move over a single area for a longer period of time. This will move throughout the evening and then quiet down by late tonight into early tomorrow morning. Again, just some spotty showers, some patchy fog by Sunday morning, and then again things do dry out as we approach Sunday evening. So recap for today, some scattered showers and storms, highs in the mid to upper 70s. Tonight, lingering drizzle, but clouds do slowly start to clear out. Our 7-day forecast, we do dry out for Monday. Some showers return for Tuesday. We do dry out once more with Wednesday and Thursday with highs approaching the upper 70s to low 80s. And a trivia question, what is the most abundant greenhouse gas in the atmosphere? And Bill texted me and he got the answer right. So
Was it the one I talked about earlier?
I don't
Our
know.
director says methane, I say carbon dioxide. I don't think water vapor, is that even a greenhouse gas? You can't even answer if I'm right or wrong because I didn't give you an answer.
What's your answer?
Fine, it's carbon dioxide.
Oh,
That
it's
is
water
a
vapor.
greenhouse
Yeah.
gas.
It's a greenhouse gas, technically, yeah. And
Bill Curtis got it right.
yeah, Bill Curtis got it right. Yeah, and it's because water has a very high specific heat, so it basically you know when it's very hot and humid out?
Sure.
And when the sun sets still humid, it still feels warm.
Yep.
That's why, because it's
That's
water
when there's
vapor.
lots of water vapor. Thank you so much, Eric. And moving.
Hey everyone, I'm Ben Kinney. Thank you for joining us. Here's what's making news tonight in your neighborhood. A tornado watch is in effect through 9 o'clock tonight. Meteorologist Eric Gage has been tracking the storms all day. Eric, I see a new warning just issued for Oneida County up there just south of Boonville. What are we expecting with this storm?
Yes, that warning just came down as the show just started, so might as well just start off with a warning for there. So for now, things overall, thankfully, are pretty quiet, but until this front goes through, these storms had the potential to rotate. Let's take a look at this storm, the severe thunderstorm warning that's currently for the areas just south of Boonville. I want to double check that this is a tornado possible severe thunderstorm warning. There's no tornado on the ground, but the storm is rotating. So if you are in these areas right here in East Steuben Bend, Forestport, just be weather aware in case something does form. Again, the warning is in effect until 6:30 as this storm continues to track to the east. On top of that as well, we do have another storm we're watching right here. This storm just south of Syracuse showing some rotation there as well. Thankfully, most of the severe weather has still stayed south. There were confirmed tornadoes in Ohio, as well as tornado possible warnings for areas just south of Binghamton. So again, the risk right now is still there until the front comes through right between about 8 to 9 p.m. But thankfully, things have remained quiet. If things are a little bit dicey this evening, we're not going to go live on broadcast. Our Facebook page, WKTV Weather, will be live on there with any updates. But again, tonight, Lingering drizzle, clouds gradually clearing as these storms come to an end. And we're going to be keeping an eye on some of these storms throughout the broadcast, as well as, if we have to, on Facebook Live. I'll also go more detail on what to expect for tomorrow and for the week ahead coming up. Back to you, Ben.
Thank you very much, Eric. And with the threat of severe storm, I want to take a moment to remind you of some tips. Should a tornado warning be issued, first of all, go into a basement or interior room on the lowest floor of your home. Use blankets or pillows to cover your body. Put on a bike helmet or other kind of sports helmet to protect your head. Always stay away from doors, windows, and outside walls. If you live in a mobile home or are driving, leave those for more sturdy shelter. Finally, make sure you put as many walls between yourself and the outside as possible. Also, a risk for flash flooding with some of these storms. Here are some tips should flash flooding develop. First of all, move to higher ground, especially if you live in a flood-prone area or are camping in a low-lying area. Obey evacuation orders. If told to evacuate, do it. Make sure to lock your house when you leave and disconnect appliances if you have time. Always avoid flooded roadways. You should never walk or drive through flooded roadways. It only takes about 6 inches of moving water to sweep a person off their feet, and 12 inches of water can float a car or small SUV. Finally, stay informed. You can download the Storm Tracker 2 weather app so you can be notified of incoming severe weather. It's the second Saturday in August, which means Herkimer celebrates.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired.
Good evening and welcome back. We're continuing to track some storms that are moving into our area. Thankfully, nothing widespread at this point, but some of these storms had the potential to rotate. So let's take a look at what's going on right now. We did have the warning at the top of the hour for the Boonville, West Leiden, as well as Forceport storm. It's since weakened. The rotation signature wasn't too impressive along this. It's also in a little radar dead zone just off the coast of on the border of Lewis and Oneida counties. But it's still, the warning is there. It has rotated previously. Our next area of attention right now is going to be this isolated storm right here south of Syracuse. This is, again, in a very difficult spot to pinpoint, but you can notice right on this last scan, there is some rotation indicated higher up in the atmosphere. This is farther away. This was picking up from the Albany radar. We'll keep an eye on that storm, but for now, things are still looking surprisingly dry for a lot of central New York. These storms, again, are expected to be sporadic, at least for now, so not everyone will see these storms. But behind that, the cold front will move through later on this evening into tonight, and that's when our severe weather risk is lowered and almost non-existent. So just until things are over and done with for the time being, just remain weather aware for the next few hours or so. And in fact, if things do get more active, we'll obviously be live on Facebook page, WKTV Weather Facebook page as well. And in fact, let me load up the rest of the show right here. We do have the chances of rain for tonight do actually come to an end by Sunday afternoon. So although we are experiencing some scattered showers and storms for today, notice right here, as we head into early Sunday morning, still some lingering showers. They do come to an end, and after some lingering light drizzle by early Sunday morning, things dry out with plenty of sunshine to wrap up the weekend. So we do have active weather for today, but no severe weather is expected for Sunday. On top of that, too, the meteor showers expected for tonight. Unfortunately, though, visibility might be low, but if you catch it early tomorrow morning, dodge a few clouds, get away from city lights. That'll be the peak of the meteor shower, roughly between 3 and 5 a.m. And this is, in fact, a picture sent in from Jarvis, at least early this morning in Clinton. He compiled some pictures together, seeing at least 1, 2, 3, and I think 4, fifth one over on the other side that's off the screen. Meteors picked up. So definitely a sight to see, at least for tomorrow night. It won't be as active, but the skies definitely be more clear. So our radar and satellite is showing a warm front slowly inching its way through central New York, and in between this warm and cold front right here, this little triangle, is where there's a brief window for storms to rotate and have the possibility of becoming severe. But regardless, though, things do quiet down tonight as those showers come to an end. Some lingering clouds, patchy fog possible in areas that saw rain for today by early tomorrow morning, and just some lingering light drizzle coming to an end by tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening, with sunshine, temperatures coming up into the mid to upper 80s, mid to upper 70s. So again for tonight, low of 63, lingering drizzle, clouds clearing. Going to be a nice day tomorrow with some spotty showers in the morning, but sunshine in the evening. Our 7-day forecast, dry for Monday, some spotty showers expected for Tuesday as well. Looking at dry weather for the middle of the week for Wednesday and Thursday, with scattered showers and storms returning as we approach Friday.
Hey everyone, I'm Ben Kinney. Thank you for joining us. Some strong storms rolled through the area just a short time ago. How does the rest of the weekend look, though? Let's head over to the Weather Center with meteorologist Eric Gage. And Eric, those storms were intense. Obviously, not as bad as Monday, but nevertheless, we even had a tornado warning.
Yeah, and the good news is now things are slowly starting to calm down. The risk is lowering. People were concerned today about the weather.
Right.
It's getting better now. So let's take out the radar. I'm going to loop back a little bit, too. So some of you guys are wondering about so there was a tornado warning for the northwestern portion of Oneida County, and it was mainly rotation indicated. We did not see any signs of debris from, there was too much noise to confirm anything, but there have been reports of some wind damage out in Camden. In fact, this storm report right here in Camden says multiple trees down of a road. Regardless, because I know tornado is a big buzzword, people are always wondering, it's a tornado, whatever, but regardless, straight line winds in general can still become strong without having the presence of a tornado, and that's what happened through Rome and into Steuben and through central Herkimer County. There were power outages as well, but we were largely spared from a lot of that severe weather, especially in the southern valleys. Take a look at those storm reports, those broken trees right there that moved through Binghamton. A lot of the line still shifted to the south, but of course, some storms did move into Oneida County, Herkimer County, as well as Oswego County. And we're still gathering storm reports. Things are slowly starting to come in, but for the most part, things are quieting down. And we do have some nice weather on tap for tomorrow, barring some early morning showers. I'll go into more detail coming up. Back to you, Ben.
Thank you very much, Eric. 2 people were injured in an accident early this evening in Ava.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good evening and welcome back. We are slowly starting to wrap up a somewhat active day weather-wise for some of us, especially in the Rome area and to the north and east, as a strong storm produced some damaging winds as well as some power outages. In fact, the updated numbers for those power outages as of 11:17, we still have 751 without power in Oneida County, and it looks like Madison County's power outages are all but taken care of, at least as reported by National Grid right now. Things are quiet, though, in Utica. We had a brief shower move through the city, but the severe weather still stayed just to the north. Again, that path through Rome and into Steuben and into Ohio and Herkimer County. On top of that, we did have a tornado warning issued for areas in the northernmost portion of Oneida County. Unconfirmed at this point. There was a report of wind damage, but there was no indication of debris on radar, so we could not confirm it officially. We'll wait for more storm reports to come out tomorrow if anything does develop in terms of a tornado in northern Oneida County. But things are slowly starting to quiet down for this evening, at least into tomorrow as well. As you look at around the clock, we can expect for your Sunday. Starting out with temperatures in the 60s, warming up into the mid-70s by the afternoon. A bit on the breezy side, wind speeds upwards of 10 to 15 miles per hour. And some lingering spotty showers in the morning. They should be all but done with by the afternoon as sunshine peeks out. It will be a pleasant but slightly breezy afternoon for your Sunday. And if we do get some clearing in the clouds tonight, although it's unlikely, we do have the peak meteor shower expected between 3 to 5 a.m. overnight tonight. Up to 100 meteors per hour. Again, avoid city lights if you can, but the more favorable setup for seeing clear skies look to be tomorrow night. Not during the peak, but still clear skies, better than seeing nothing but clouds. And in fact, here's a picture that was sent in by Jarvis. You can see exactly what this might look like, although he just compiled a bunch of those images all together. You can see 1, 2, 3, and 4 meteors right there. So it is still going on tonight, and you won't miss it if you catch it tomorrow night as well. Humidity does still stick around, noticeable but not too bad for Sunday and Monday. Picks up for Tuesday with scattered showers and storms. Humidity starts to drop down as we approach Wednesday. And in terms of our skycast, again, those spotty showers early tomorrow morning, lingering clouds coming to an end by tomorrow afternoon, with temperatures climbing up into the mid to upper 70s. Again, a bit breezy, but plenty of sunshine. We'll definitely take that for weather in terms of tornado watches, that's for sure. So again, tonight, lows down into the low 60s and upper 50s with lingering drizzle and clouds slowly starting to clear. Tomorrow, some spotty showers in the morning. We do dry out by the afternoon and evening. And our 7-day forecast, dry for your Monday with some scattered showers for Tuesday. We do dry out by the middle of the week, Wednesday and Thursday with plenty of sunshine with more scattered showers and storms returning by Friday.